What's up, everybody? Let's see. How do we start that? We just started. Um, I want to talk about something that is a growing phenomenon now in the MGTOW community, but it's not a new phenomenon by half. It's an old thing that's happened. It happens all the time, and it has to do with labels, names. There are people now in the MGTOW community who are beginning to want to drop the MGTOW name. And why are they doing this? Because they feel ashamed of the name. They don't want to be associated with it anymore because of the negative look that society is starting to have of the words MGTOW. Some people are deciding to drop away from MGTOW because of new members. There are other people joining MGTOW and they are starting to make the group look bad. And so, in order to distance themselves from those people, the people who were originally in MGTOW are dropping the name. They're not stopping, they don't stop being MGTOW. They just don't want to call themselves MGTOW or all this sort of nonsense. And I wanted to address this because I've seen this crap before. In my videos, you'll always hear me talk about atheism and how to relate things to atheism. There's a reason for that. MGTOW, going through MGTOW and being an atheist is so closely related in thought process and feeling and steps, the 5 steps of grief, all that. It's like that. It's the flip side of the same damn coin. And all my experiences with that years ago can be translated to this. This is why I can see so easily what the hell's going on with you MGTOW guys. I've been through this before with atheism. So bear with me. Uh, Simply put, labeling theory is closely related to what we all know of as shaming tactics. Society, when they want to control you, will label you something and make it a pejorative and thus change the way you behave. You originally have a self identity. You call yourself something. When society wants to wants to shame you and stop you from being that, it'll take that label of yours and it'll make it a bad name. Take, for example, back in the 60s, protesting the government was in vogue, and it still is. Dropping out of society, getting high, having sex, smoking weed, doing LSD. These things were all cool. And the people who did them were predominantly called hippies. Well, cut to a couple of decades later now, the term hippie has a bad rap now. It's a pejorative. Now people insult you by calling you a hippie, and nobody wants to be called that. Oh, I'm not a hippie. I'm not a hippie. But it wasn't a bad thing back then. Now all of a sudden it is. So people are shying away from the term. I saw the same thing happen with atheism, and now it's happening with MGTOW. You guys, you need to have a strong self-identity. Society is trying to control you, and you are basing your self-identity and self-worth on what other people are thinking of you, and you're changing accordingly. That's what labeling theory says. That's what it is. And like I said, instead of, let's not get complicated, it's just a shaming tactic. That's all it is. And you guys, those of you who are dropping the MGTOW label, you're falling for it. I mean, you say you still are a MGTOW, but you're not going to call yourself that. Well, like I said, I went through the same crap with atheism. Atheist, for those of you who don't know, atheism means without God belief. Quite literally, that's all it means. And but for several years, there was in the atheist community, everybody's fussing and fighting because there were people joining the atheist groups that had bad reputations, bad attitudes, bad behaviors, and so society was looking bad, looking down on all of us as a group, and people were start being ashamed of the label atheist, and so they started shying away from it. I don't want to call myself an atheist. I'm going to call myself a bright or rationalist or free thinker or a skeptic or an agnostic. Anything to get away from the bad label of atheist. I, however, said, fuck you. I have a strong self identity. I'm holding on to it. I'm an atheist. There's nothing bad about the word. I mean, it is not just with atheism, it's not just with MGTOW. Take, for example, the exact opposite of atheism, religion. Christians. Christians go through this too. Uh, it's kind of, sort of. They they're known as a religion, right? But after a while, people started saying negative crap about the word religion. So many Christians, as soon as you call them a religion, they'll knee jerk have a reaction. No, 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 it's not a religion. It's a relationship with Jesus Christ. It's a religion. But since the word religion has developed by societal construct, a bad taste, a bad label, now they're trying to shy away from it, which is what society does. Society tries to control your behavior, and make you do things by shaming you. Like I said, you MGTOW understand that. So this desire of yours to get away from the label MGTOW, it's just the end result of shaming tactics, trying to make you not use that particular label. And I'm going to talk about more of this in another video, but I'm not going to address the rest of it here because I don't want to overload you for one video. But this also, this shaming tactic with this label crap, this also goes into why people hate MGTOW. But I'm not going to address that here. I'm going to put that in another video. So, but just look for it. It's there. Either I posted already or I will post it. But anyway, that's the long and short of it. I wanted it to be shorter, but I guess not. But anyway, if you want to know more about labeling theory, so you know I'm not talking out of my ass, I was gonna just read from the Wikipedia, but I figured, nah, that's not my style. I don't like doing that. I've done that before. It comes out dry. This is more me just standing here talking shit. Go to Wikipedia and read up on labeling theory, and you'll see that I'm not talking out of my ass. It's there. Okay, and like I said, just to keep it simple, it's just a shaming tactic of society, and it's you. When you succumb to it, that's you having a weak self-identity, and you're allowing society to give you your identity. You're taking your cues from society, and it's just society basically pushing you around, and you got to be psychologically strong to resist that. So stop getting all hung up on this label crap. It's just a name. I mean, if it is your self-identity, just roll with it. Don't let other people's behaviors, don't let your family, friends, society, specialists, or other assholes who joined your group. I mentioned, before I get off the subject, I mentioned Christianity. How many times do you think bad people join the ranks of a Christian sect? Bad people join the Catholics. Bad people join up with the Baptists. Bad people join up with the Protestants. Do they ever stop calling themselves Protestants, Baptists, or Catholics just because bad people have joined them? No, they keep doing it. Do they stop calling themselves Christians just because? I mean, look at the Westboro Baptist Church. They're Christians. They're assholes. Everybody hates them. All the other Christians hate them. Notice that the other Christians they haven't stopped calling themselves Christians just because of those clowns. You see what I'm saying? They at least have a strong self-identity. Are they better than you, MGTOW? So you're going to let yourself be chased off of this name because of the behavior of some other people, what society thinks, yada, yada, yada. Grow a pair, motherfucker. Be MGTOW and be proud. And I think that's a good place to leave this. So, holla.